Throughout the world, some 12 million people live with a condition called statelessness, meaning they have no nationality of country. This happens when governments allow it, like when they approve of kidnappings, known as forced disappearances, which occurred during the Spanish Civil War and Argentina's Dirty War. Or it can happen by operational law, which happened in Nazi Germany under the Nuremberg laws when suddenly blacks and Jews lost their citizenship. This story begins in Syria for a young lady who could not inherit her parents' nationality. Her name is Maha Mamo. Hello, good people. My name is Janiece. I'm an attorney, educator, public speaker, and author of the companion book to this channel, Dignity, Human Rights in Daily Life, which is going to launch on Cyber Monday 2020. Thanks for stopping by. If you're new to this channel, welcome. After watching this video, I invite you to check out this playlist. And please consider subscribing. Article 6 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights reads, "Everyone has a right to recognition everywhere as a person before the law." In other words, if you have a birth certificate, then you're recognized as a person before the law. This story takes us to Syria. You might be familiar with ancient Syria through the Bible. We're on the road to Damascus, Syria's largest city. The Apostle Paul experienced a turning point in his life that led to his conversion to Christianity. Today, Christians make up 10% of Syria's population, while Muslims are in the majority. This begins the backdrop to Maha's life. And as I tell you it, I want you to think about all the things you're able to take for granted as someone who is recognized as a person before the law. Maha's father is Christian. Her mother is Muslim. They're both Syrian. However, interfaith marriages are illegal in Syria, and so they couldn't get married there. They decided to move to Lebanon, where the earliest evidence of civilization dates back more than 7,000 years. And when the Roman Empire conquered the region, it became one of Rome's leading centers of Christianity. Today, Christians and Muslims cannot register their marriages. So Maha's parents could get married in a church, but the marriage wasn't recognized in Lebanon. Maha was born in Lebanon, but she was not considered a Lebanese national because one doesn't become Lebanese by birth. That status must be passed through her father, who was Syrian. So Maha was born stateless. When she became school-aged, her mother had difficulty getting her enrolled because the consequences of being born stateless is 1, there's no birth certificate. One cannot get travel documents or a driver's license or an education or vote or get health care or get mainstream employment or get a credit card, not even a death certificate. But her mother persisted and eventually was able to get her and her siblings enrolled in school. Maha was a phenomenal basketball player in high school, but because she had no travel documents, could not compete with her team whenever they traveled outside of the country. Raising successful children is no easy feat, which is why I created How to Teach Your Children to Think for Themselves. In this course, you're going to get the blueprint for teaching your 7 to 12-year-olds how to think critically using my 4-step process called the SICA Method, which is derived from my experience as an educator, lawyer, and civic leader. During this process, you're going to be guiding your children into becoming critical thinkers and help them understand their place in society. You'll also assess where they are with their critical thinking skills in comparison to where they began. The link is in the description. After high school, she applied to every college in Lebanon hoping to become a doctor. She was denied by all of them because she did not have identity. One school did allow her to be admitted as a favor, but they didn't offer medical studies. So she studied management information systems and did well, even got an MBA. After she finished school, she couldn't get a job because she had no identity. The only way she could do that was to get refugee status outside of her country of birth. She applied to all 71 embassies in Lebanon, including the United States. The only place that would grant her admission without any ID was the country of Brazil. The catch was she had to have a sponsor. She found a sponsor on Facebook, eventually gained refugee status, and received her first identification card. She got a work visa and a passport, but the ultimate proof of her existence was citizenship. So now Maha is Brazilian, and I encourage you to listen to her TED Talk and learn more about her struggle, because my presentation doesn't do it justice. I also have a link to an article about her that you can read, as well as a link to the TED Talk that's in the description, as well as in one of the cards above. So, if you learned anything new in this video, write hashtag Team Dignity in the comments, like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, be well and remember to live your life with dignity. Bye-bye.